Hi, everyone. Welcome to the little Twitter video podcast. We're going to be going through all the stuff you need to know for the NCAA tournament in 2021. It's been a year or two since we've had it, missing it in 2020 due to the COVID-19 virus, but we're here to give you a pick, a spread, and a winner for all 67 games. Myself, KSACK, and my partner
Canes KJ34, the best gambler on Twitter.
are ready to go through it. Unfortunately, we don't have Kane's favorite team, the Radford Highlanders, in this tournament, but we're going to see what he's got for the first pick in these play-in games on Thursday.
First game we're going to get into is the Mount St. Mary's versus Texas Southern. Texas Southern is led by 4 double-digit scores to 74 points per game, about 11 more than Mount St. Mary's. And they also average about 3 more rebounds a game. Texas Southern also enters the NCAA tournament on a 9-game winning streak, and they faced a tougher schedule throughout the season and have the better offense to thrive in this win or go home setting. So with that said, we're going to take the Texas Southern money line at -110.
Moving on to the Wichita State Shockers versus the Drake Bulldogs here. We have a high-powered Drake offense that has covered a lot of games this year. However, Wichita State has a great defense, holding opponents to 40.3% from the field and only 29.4% from three. Drake is also going to be without Roman Penn, a starter averaging double digits in points. And Shanquan Hemphill is also coming back from injury, but he hasn't played a game in 4 to 6 weeks now. Those two together average 25 points a game on the season, so that'll hinder the offense a little bit. We don't know how he's going to return. In addition, Wichita State has won 11 straight against Drake. They used to be in the Missouri Valley Conference, and they absolutely owned it. Drake has also lost in the series, only winning 47 games to Wichita State's 104. So for that reason, we're going to be taking Wichita State money line at a -105.
Third game we're going to look at is Appalachian State versus Norfolk State to decide who gets blown out by Gonzaga in the next round. The Norfolk State Spartans shoot better from all areas on the court, get more opportunities at the charity stripe, and also average more rebounds per game. They also capitalize on their opposition's turnovers better than the Mountaineers, and Appalachian State has also struggled to score against the better opponents they've faced this season. So for the pick for this game is Norfolk State spread at +2.5, and also for them to win outright.
Speaking of Spartans, we're going to move down to the Michigan State Spartans versus the UCLA Bruins, an 11-seed matchup here to get into the round of 64. We're looking at Michigan State being a slightly better rebounding team, averaging 2 more rebounds a game. You're looking at UCLA actually shooting the ball a little bit better than Michigan State at 46%, but the defensive edge goes here to Michigan State, holding opponents to a 42.5% clip each game. You're looking at Michigan State having played in Mackey Arena in Indiana 25 times in their career and actually played there this season against Purdue. The travel's a little bit less. You got UCLA coming from the West Coast, Michigan State, not too long of a trip down. You're also looking at the Big Ten competition being a lot better than the Pac-12. The defensive and offensive firepowers were definitely in the Big Ten this year in the NCAA, having 2 1 seeds and a 2 seed, and Michigan State actually beating all 3 of those. UCLA has lost 4 straight, and their best win this year has been Colorado out in the Pac-12. And Michigan State has actually beat UCLA in each of the last 2 seasons in tournaments. So for that reason, we're trusting Tom Izzo and the Spartans to cover a -2 at a -120. Michigan State moves on to the round of 64. So to recap our picks here, we got the Tigers from Texas Southern at a -110. And we also have Wichita State Shockers at a -105. We have Norfolk State, the Spartans, hitting a +2.5 spread in addition to money line to move on to the next round. And then lastly, we have the Michigan State Spartans at a -2, -120 odds on that, and them to move on as well. to face BYU. Hope everyone has a great first round. And with that being said, Canes and I will be back with the East region next.